Hey guys, it's Scott from fxmissions.com. Just a note, I've finished the trilogy of anthologies from the forefront, and all 3 books are currently available on Amazon.
Take your leadership to the next level. It's time for the Foundational Missions Leadership Moment with Scott McClelland of FX Missions.
Hi, it's Scott McClelland. Thanks for listening to Leadership Moment. I want to remind you about our new podcast, From the Forefront. Find it on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, or on FromTheForefront.com. While you're there, let us know what you like, what you don't like, and how we can serve you better. It's a new, longer form podcast that is with interviews, life experience, things like that with missionaries and ministry leaders who are at the edge and advancing. So check us out there. I want to let you know we are busily working on new episodes of Leadership Moment, but for now we've got a favorite from the archives for you, a series, Snares of Young Leadership. Hope it's a blessing to you. And let us know if you have a suggestion about a podcast subject, that's in the area of leadership, or a question. We'd be happy to get back to you on that. Contact us at our new domain, leadersmoment.org, or at Leaders Moment on Twitter, or Leadership Moment on Facebook. We're in the middle of a series on snares of young leadership. This is hopefully good medicine for all of us, including myself. I think certainly the truth applies to all of us, no matter what we know or have experienced. And we should also always be ready to submit to the truth and honor it in our lives, regardless of position or stature or any of those kinds of things. We've been talking a lot about self-centric things, and we're going to continue on in that path. We're right in the middle, and we want to jump in here on the subject of self-centeredness and how it is a snare for young leaders. Self-centeredness. Very close kin, maybe a first cousin of some of these other subjects we've been covering recently. If you missed those, feel free to go back and get those. Self-centeredness. Self-centeredness is actually a form of idolatry. As we look at things through a self-centric lens, we see things not as they are, but we see things as we are. And as we see things that way, we really don't see anything else as it is, but maybe rather how it appears. Distortion of vision. Self-centeredness is a distortion of our vision. Being the center of your own universe means that you allow yourself to be elevated in your own mind. It means you think of yourself first, and it means often that you can actually justify this activity. Now, it's a hard pill to swallow, to acknowledge that you're living life in a self-centered way. No one wants to embrace that. They, perhaps unless they're fully delusioned, we're given life to serve and bless and minister and care for others. Selfishness, which is one of the forms of self-centered life, is destructive. It's destructive to ourselves and everyone else. Selfishness makes it nearly impossible to have a relationship of any depth with others. If we find ourselves struggling to have relationships of depth, we might want to look back and see, are we self-centered? Jesus says if we save our lives, interpret that as behave self-centrically. If we save our lives, we will lose them. We must grow into a place of personal maturity where we see others with as much value as we believe we have, and be prepared in that place of maturity to put others before ourselves. That's the example that Jesus has given us. Lord, help us be free from a self-centered lifestyle and go on to the depths of relationship with you and others that you've called us to live. Amen. Thanks for joining us for this leadership moment. I'm Scott McClelland. If you need to contact me or us, please do so at fxmissions.com. Until next time, have a good one.
This leadership moment was produced in partnership with Engaging Missions. Have your leadership question answered by contacting Scott at fxmissions.com. Visit FX Missions to learn more about how you can grow your leadership and engage in missions. Visit engagingmissions.com for encouragement, insight, and resources from missionaries, ministry leaders, and church planters.